Our next guest is a realtor who has a podcast to encourage everyone to get out there and live their dreams.
Elizabeth Taylor is the host of Miracles in the Middle, created to help people share their stories of adversity and encourage each other no matter their journey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here. This all kind of started on a personal note.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so my story begins, I like to say, but it starts with multiple sclerosis. I received a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis back in 2007. For any of you who are not familiar with it, it's basically just a neurological issue where it attacks your brain and your spinal cord. So my story begins basically, it continues in 2017. Doctors told me in an MRI update that they looked at my brain and they're like, you shouldn't be able to walk right now, and pretty soon you're not gonna be able to. So kind of like a get your affairs in order moment. So that moment, I always say, was really a turning point for me because it woke something up inside of me where I realized I could either accept this news and go and buy a wheelchair, which there's nothing wrong with, people who decide to do that, or could I try to live my life a little bit different and overcome that hurdle? So I, crazy enough, maybe spent the next year and I decided to get my real estate license because I wanted to try my hand at a career while I could still walk. And as you saw, I walked in here and I'm not in a wheelchair, and I battle multiple sclerosis every day, but I discovered through my own battles that there's a lot of other people who are also battling their own issues right now.
Because when you hear, it's like a make or break moment, right?
Yep.
You either choose to go down that path of fear, okay, this is what the report is saying, but how do you change that focus?
Yeah, I say it's all about mindset. Like, what are you going to choose to believe in that moment? Are you going to buy into the fear and maybe the dread and the panic, which I felt all of that? Or are you going to take that opportunity to maybe look at that hurdle in your life and see, is this a place that I'm meant to actually overcome? And so I think that's the part of my story that I want to convey to a lot of people, is that it's more about looking at the things that you're overcoming, looking at them differently. What if this is a place that you're supposed to move past, not let it overcome you, not like see it as a boulder, but something that it's going to propel you to the next level. And that's exactly what has happened to me in my life.
Beautiful. And I think it's important to note, you were in your 20s.
Yeah.
When you were very young.
I was 24 when I got diagnosed, and I've been battling it for 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're very happy that you're here
Thank
to tell
you.
the story.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Yes, let's talk a little bit about your podcast, which is something else that was born out of this, highlighting other people and whatever they're dealing with. Tell us a little bit about it.
Especially after COVID, I discovered a lot of people, I think it's being talked about now more with the mental health issues that are happening. A lot of people are struggling and they have their own places that they're trying to overcome. So my aim for this podcast was actually not to find the people who had the miracle, maybe overcome that cancer diagnosis, but they're actually in the middle of the story, because there's actually a PowerPoint in the middle of your story. There's a transformation that can happen, and I saw it happen to myself. And once again, it's like, what if it's that place you're meant to overcome that hurdle and get to the next level, not that place that's supposed to overcome you? So learning to look at our challenges differently. So the people I have on my podcast are amazing, you guys. I spoke to a stage 4 cancer, I can't say survivor yet because she's in the middle of her battle with it. I spoke to a quadriplegic, a newly quadriplegic. I spoke to a guy who is deaf from a genetic disorder. These are all people who are in the middle of their journeys, and I think it's important to highlight those people because a lot of people aren't talking about that. Everybody wants to hear the miracle story, but what if we reach a community that hasn't been heard? They feel untouched. They feel like nobody listens to them. And what if we reach that community and provide hope and just resilience to them?
Wow, the title now makes so much sense. That's so beautiful.
What stories have stuck out the most to you?
I would say the stage 4 cancer patient that I talked to, she spoke as if there was nothing happening in her life. And I was like, do you know how amazing you are? Do you know how others view you? You are our hero, that you're getting up every morning, you're going on with your day, and yet you've been given this news that you don't have very long to live. And she acted like there was just nothing. And then a guy who's a quadriplegic, a good friend of mine, he just had a bike accident 2 years ago. He's newly quadriplegic, he's 40 years old, and his life has been turned upside down, but he wakes up every morning with courage and perseverance minutes to get out of his bed into his wheelchair and go on with his day.
Wow. Jeez.
It's
Mind
amazing.
over matter. It's really beautiful.
It is mind over matter.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. Yeah. You have to listen to Miracles in the Middle wherever you get your podcasts. And if you have housing questions, feel free to contact her at elizabethtaylorhouses.com. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.